Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost, and I'm a coach, strategist, and healer for visionaries who live their most abundant and purposeful lives. And I want to talk today about your life does not have to fall apart before it comes together. The reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people in the manifestation world, like teachers on manifestation, will talk about before you quantum leap, which means before you take, a massive kind of upgrade in your reality, right? Or before you come into your next level of abundance or success or relationships or whatever you're going for, right? That everything has to fall apart before that happens. And a lot of people have experienced a lot of things falling apart before they come together. It is kind of true energetically that anything not in alignment with you and where you're going will need to fall away, including people, circumstances, places, clients, whatever it is that's not in alignment with you. But it is not true that you have to have this massive fall, right, before you expand. That is not true whatsoever. And the more that we believe this, right, the more people are going to have to go through this suffering to get to the top. You don't have to. You don't have to hit rock bottom to succeed. You do not have to, before you have a massive expansion, so-called quantum leap, have everything fall apart. You can avoid it. How do you avoid it? By being in alignment all along. Right? The only reason these severe things happen in quantum physics is because you had a lot of things around you that were not in alignment with where you wanted to go. Which means that if you're hanging on to stuff that ultimately is not serving you, sometimes the universe does you a favor and has a complete sweep up, right? People call it a tower moment, right? Where the tower falls. The universe just sweeps up all the trash, breaks it all down so that you can rebuild. But you can avoid this. And teaching people that when everything falls apart, it's a sign that everything's going to come together is kind of positive, right? Because it can give you hope, yeah? But there are lots of times in life where everything could fall apart and you will not get a quantum leap. Trust me, I've been there. Where it all falls apart and you think, oh, maybe it's my quantum leap. No, it was just a disaster. It was just a complete disaster. No quantum leap. Yeah. And if I believe, because this universe is based on what you experience in your life will be absolutely based on what you believe to be true, subconsciously. So if you believe it all has to fall apart to come together, you will create that in your life. Dangerous idea to adopt, right? Very, very dangerous. You could believe the better it gets, the better it gets. You could believe my job is to be in alignment every day, and the more in alignment I am, the more good can come to me. You could believe that things just get to expand easily and gracefully and seamlessly, and I'll know the right decisions to take. But if you believe you need some big disaster to show you the sign that this is your quantum leap, you will attract it. And not every time you have a big disaster, will you get a quantum leap. Why? Because those big disasters in your life, when everything goes wrong, are very traumatizing. They can take a long time to recover from, for most people. So you don't want to attract them. You don't want to listen to this idea. Is it true for some people on this planet that everything fell apart before it came together? 100% yeah. But understand the power of your mind, right? Your subconscious, your thoughts, your energy. If you buy into that, right, then you will attract it. You will subconsciously attract it, right? And not allow yourself subconsciously to achieve, to expand, to succeed until that collapse happens. There is no need for a collapse before a so-called quantum leap. There is no need for a rags to riches story. There is no need for things to break down before they come together. If you live in alignment with your truth, what you want and what you're creating. right? So the more in alignment with ourselves and our desires and our energy that we are, the more easily and seamlessly life can just expand. And that's actually how it's meant to do it. It's not meant to be this like series of like bursts of growth, disaster, bursts of growth, disaster. That gives you whiplash energetically. And sometimes it will take you out because it's too traumatic. Anyone teaching this has not learned how to seamlessly create, right? They have not learned how to work with energy in a way that it's just growth and expansion. It is not required for things to fall apart before they come together. Sometimes it will happen and the only reason it happens is because you hadn't been listening. You weren't acting fast enough. You know, when we wait till things to get so bad before we act, that's why things get worse before they get better. There's no requirement in manifestation for it. There's no requirement in the universe for it. And I highly suggest that you don't buy into those ideas because they are not necessary for your expansion and growth. Lots of love. I'll speak to you soon.